I recently painted a portrait of John Lennon using oil pastels in a very expressive way, and I want to make a companion piece to this. Again, it's going to be an oil pastel on a canvas board. Except for the background color, I think I might use acrylic paint, like a solid block of acrylic paint. But aside from that, everything will be in oil pastel. I don't have a precise idea of what I want the final painting to look like. All I know is that I want it to be even more expressive than the first one, as in almost abstract. I want the portrait to be recognizable to a certain extent, but I want it to be very expressive, very spontaneous, imperfect. I'm just gonna see where it goes. Great news! I love the result of this painting. Bad news, it really doesn't go with the first one. I wanted them to be a diptych, like to have two pieces together, one more abstract, one a bit more figurative, but having them kind of fit together as a whole, because I have a specific place I want to put them in David's studio. It's not gonna work. They really don't work together. I love both. I don't know what you think. Maybe you can leave me a comment and tell me if you prefer the first one or the second one. Am I gonna say it? I love the first one, but I feel very attracted to this one. It's so bold and expressive. I love the colors. I don't know, even if it doesn't look like John Lennon as much as the first one, it speaks to me. I don't know. What am I gonna do with this? Also, I feel like David would prefer this one. Knowing him, he likes things that are a bit more odd. I can only think of one thing that would fix this. McCartney to the rescue. There you go. This took me a while, but I'm really glad I did it. After working on this one for a long time, because this one took me a long time as well, I really didn't plan on making a third painting to go with this one. And I was kind of afraid that I couldn't capture this again, or that something would go wrong, whatever. I told myself that I should push through and try it because I really wasn't satisfied with the two together, the two John Lennons together. And I'm so glad I did. Don't get me wrong, this took a lot of work. These two paintings, I had to rework this one a little bit, worked really hard on this one. It took a good 2 weeks to have everything finished, but it paid off. I'm so happy with the result. I'm sure that David will love it as well. I kind of know what type of art he's attracted to, and when I got this, my heart sank a little bit because I knew that he would much prefer this one to this one, and I knew these two didn't go together. So I felt like I just had to make another one. And on top of it, Paul and John work better than two Johns. I don't know why I thought two different. Anyways, I had a concept in my head, it worked, but in real life, this is better. I'm pretty sure that a lot of you will prefer this one. I understand. I know how you feel. I like it as well. But I like these types of portrait a lot more when it's more expressive. I know that it's not everyone's cup of tea. I know that this John doesn't look much like John, actually. Not a lot of people could recognize him, but I like it. I think I got Paul a lot better than I got John, but they kind of fit together, and I like the overall vibe that the paintings have. If I had to pick, I think Paul would be my favorite painting of all three. I like the pose, I like the composition, I like the blending that I got. I like that it looks like Paul, but it's very expressive. But I'm curious to know your opinion. Do you prefer the original style of John Lennon, this crazy John Lennon, or do you prefer Paul? Please take a moment to let me know in the comments because I would really love your opinion. I'd say that overall using oil pastels for portraits is really fun. I like the spontaneity of it, the energy it gives, and the bold effect, especially for expressive kind of works. But as I've said before, I will keep painting with oil pastel on a larger format when it comes to portrait because the crayon is a little chunky when it comes to details. This is a 20 by 24. I think I could use a 16 by 20 as well, but as it gets smaller, I have a feeling it might be a little bit harder. But maybe I should give myself the challenge of trying on an 8 by 10 and see what I could come up with. Who knows? Please don't forget to let me know which one is your favorite. If you want more inspiration, you can watch this one next, and I will see you very soon for another one. Bye.